Some APC leaders believe the crisis in the party is over as a caretaker committee and some governors visit President Buhari today. The president feels he can now concentrate on governance, but really, is the storm over? And the PDP has criticized President Buhari for hosting the APC NEC meeting at the council chamber. They are saying to him he violated his oath of office. Details right now. Hello everyone and welcome to the program. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Kimbale in Lagos. Thank God it's Friday. So let's begin this Friday's edition of the program by telling you about one Nigeria's main opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is saying they are alleging that President Muhammadu Buhari has violated his oath of office by using the Federal Executive Council chambers and government resources to conduct the affairs of his party by holding the APC NEC meeting in the council chamber. In a statement by the party, the PDP describes the action as a height of corruption and desecration of the sanctity of the seat of power. It adds that by using government facilities and resources to promote the activities of the APC, the Attorney General of the Federation has become culpable of the same offense for which he has been prosecuting innocent Nigerians. They are asking the Attorney General to resign immediately from office and surrender himself for prosecution. The PDP also condemned the conduct of the APC NEC meeting, describing it as a coup against the party's constitution, which describes 14 days notice for regular NEC meeting and 7 days notice in the case of an emergency meeting. We have some other political story for you on our political roundup.
A five-man panel of the Supreme Court, headed by the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Tanko Muhammad, has dismissed the appeal filed by Mr. Abubakar Ibrahim, challenging the candidacy of Mr. Musa Wada as the governorship candidate of the People's Democratic Party in the 2019 governorship election held in Kogi State. In a unanimous judgment delivered by Justice Amina Ogier, the Apex Court affirmed the candidacy of Mr. Wada on the ground that Mr. Ibrahim failed woefully to prove the allegation of illegal thumbprinting of 600 ballot papers. The leadership of the People's Democratic Party in Ebonyi State has commended the Ebonyi State Governor Dave Umahi on the construction of 300-bed hospital situated in Abakaliki, the state capital. The chairman of the People's Democratic Party in the state disclosed this during a tour of some major project embarked upon by the Umahi-led administration by the state executive of the PDP in Ebonyi State. The governor of Delta State, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, and members of his family are in isolation for 14 days after his daughter tested positive to the coronavirus. This was confirmed in a statement by the Chief Press Secretary to the governor, Mr. Olise Ifejika, who says efforts are being intensified to stem the spread of the COVID-19 in the state. The governors of Adamawa and Taraba states have vowed to end the security challenges facing communities living along the borders of the two states. This is the outcome of a joint security meeting between both states held at the banquet hall of the Government House in Yola, the Adamawa state capital.
So let's get started with our main conversation for tonight, and it's about the APC leadership crisis. And so today, governors of the APC have commended President Muhammadu Buhari for his efforts that have resulted in momentous resolution of party disputes. Those are some of the words. According to the governor of Kebbi State, Atiku Bagudu, will lead a delegation of the progressive governors on a visit to the president at the presidential villa in Abuja today. Governor Bagudu spoke to State House correspondents after the visit. He said that President Buhari does not interfere with the running of the party because he is focused on actualizing the mandate given to him by Nigerians. Well, the big question here is the crisis rocking the leadership of the All Progressive Congress APC over? Let's speak with one of the governors of the APC who met with President Buhari today. The governor of Kogi State, Governor Yahya Bello, joins us on the program from our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Governor Yahya Bello, for your time tonight on the program. It's been a very difficult time for your party, isn't it? And the big question on the minds of everyone, the president is optimistic from what we saw. But frankly speaking, do you think that the storm is really over?
Thank you very much, Mr. Sheon Okimbaloye. I sincerely appreciate this. First of all, before I go on to answer your question, let me use this opportunity to condone the family of His Excellency late Abiola Ajimobi, that is the immediate past executive governor of Oyo State. He passed on just a few hours back. On behalf of myself, the family, and the good people of Kogi State, and indeed my colleague, I know the vacuum has left is huge. We sincerely condole with the family, APC family, all the supporters, well-wishers, and his loved ones. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Ajimobi is a very wonderful, sharing, very faithful party man, and he served the people of Oyo State to the best of his ability as a senator and as a governor for 8 years. May his soul rest in perfect peace. As far as APC is concerned, we will only appreciate God Almighty for giving us a president that is a father, that is a leader, who listens to all sides, who listens to his children and the cry of his children, and answer when the time permits or when it is necessary. In APC, we had no crisis at all. What existed in a few weeks back, was just misunderstanding amongst members and leaders of the party. And when it matters most, the leader of the party, Mr. President, a leader who will never walk alone, who will seek advice, decided to call us to order, and we all heed to it. And I want to assure you, like I said earlier, that APC is going to be stronger, will work stronger, and will continue to be stronger by the grace of God.
When you say, Governor, that there was no crisis, a lot of things look so much that when a chairman, national chairman of the party, national chairman was suspended, and someone says he's the rightful chairman of the party, another person says he's the rightful chairman, isn't that big enough as a crisis? But the question here is, there seems to be some people who are still not happy, and that's the reason why I asked the question whether or not the storm is over. Do you think, in your honest mind, Your Excellency, that the storm is really over?
It is misunderstanding amongst the children. Some people might refer to it as crisis, but in my own definition, it is a misunderstanding among the children of one big family. And I can assure you, Mr. Sheon, that APC is back together. The storm is over. If you refer to it as storm, then the storm is over. After storm comes calm. So APC today, we're strong. Now, as far as the fact that, okay, some people are still not happy and what have you, of course, necessarily, if you view this point from this way and the other person view it from the other way and it is being resolved, in one way or the other, you will still feel, okay, it should have been this way or the other way. But by and large, APC, we're back together, stronger than ever before. So the storm is over.
So where does this leave Mr. Oshomole in the scheme of things?
Mr. Oshomole has come, has contributed his immense contribution within his ability. He has done his best. He has produced several governors. He has produced Mr. President. He has produced overwhelming majority in the National Assembly, both Senate and House of Representatives, and in the houses of assemblies across the country. He has played his own part, and he is no longer the chairman today. He is a party member. He is one of the founding fathers of this great party. He remains a leader. He remains a father. We all respect him. Every party man respects him. And he will continue to play his role in rebuilding and strengthening the party. The Oshomole I know will not quit. He will not quit in the sense that he has a lot in stock to continue to contribute towards this party and in nation building. And that was why all of us gave him that mandate to serve us up to this moment. He has done his best, and by the grace of God, he will never quit, and he will continue to serve the party and this country in any capacity he will find himself moving forward.
If the party, the caretaker committee, reconvenes or convenes a national convention, do you see Mr. Oshomole returning as the party national chairman?
First of all, the National Caretaker Committee and Extraordinary Convention Committee set up under the chairmanship of His Excellency Mai Mala Buni, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, is credible, strong, and they will do things very rightly. The decision that Adams Oshomole is going to come back to run will remain squarely with him. It is going to be his own decision. I will not decide for him. The party will not decide for him. If he so wish, and the party so desire his services again, we will bring him back. But like I said, it will depend solely on his own decision. Nobody's going to force him not to run. Nobody's going to force him to run.
So, Governor Yahya Bello, for those who are aggrieved on the party and they said this whole crisis and the way it all went was orchestrated by some governors, what do you say to that?
Well, the leader of the party is Mr. President. And the leader of the party at various levels, that is at the state levels, are the governors. So it means no leader will sit down in his rightful mind and create crisis in his enclave. So the assertion that some governors, stood up to create crisis in the party is unfounded. If anything, we governors are the financiers of the party. We are the image of the party. We are the ones that are projecting the interests of the party, and we are leading the credible membership that we have in the country today. So we can't sit down and decide to demolish the house we have built that is so fantastic. Surely no one single governor is going to come up to create any crisis for Adams Oshomole. His Excellency Adams Oshomole was our colleague. We all sat in the same National Economic Council meeting together, and we sat in various committees together. And he came and he has served us. So no one single governor will sit down and decide to say he hates Oshomole or he doesn't want to see Oshomole. Likewise, no Oshomole will never sit down and say he would hate any governor. I think it can just be a rumor or a mischief maker.
But Governor Bello, apologies if I may butt in. Apologies if I may butt in, okay. Governor. What is Mr. Oshomole's offense, really? Did he offend any minister or any governor?
Oshomole did not offend anybody, and nobody offended Oshomole. Oshomole come and serve, like I said. If there are opinion and it differ, and it's resulting into crisis, it is just good that it is resolved. And even in the best interest of the party, in the best interest of Comrade Adams Oshomole, in the best interest of the entire House, we decided to resolve it this way. I think there's no question about that. So it's not a question of this person has committed offense, that one has committed offense. It is a win-win situation for both Adams Oshomole, for the party, and for everybody. Like I said, APC is going to be stronger, and we shall prove it in just a question of weeks to come and moving forward.
So, I mean, this begs for answer, isn't it? Because from those there's a quarter in the party that are saying the governors orchestrated these whole crises, and like you said, that the governors are the financiers of the party. Some of the finances that you talk about, are they from the pocket of the party or from the pocket of the state?
It can never be a pocket of the party. We as leaders in our various states, we have followers, we have party members, and we have well-wishers, we have supporters who are sympathetic to the party. Nobody will sit down and go and empty the coffers of any state government with the meager resources that's not even enough to serve the people and empty it into party coffers. No. We drive the process. We mobilize the resources from all the nooks and crannies of the state, various states, and ensure that the states are strong at ward level, at local government level, at state level, before we talk of the national level of the party.
All right.
So that is what I mean by that. And how do we even drive the process to ensure that the party is strong? By our leadership style. Let me give you an example.
Sorry, Governor Yahya Bello. Sorry. We need to take a break, sorry. But when we come back, more frank conversation about how the party crisis was the intervention of President Buhari in the party crisis and the way forward and the future of the APC. After this break, everyone. Join us again. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's get back to the conversation with the Executive Governor of Kogi State, Governor Yahya Bello, and a member of the APC. Thank you so much, Governor Bello, for joining us tonight. Let's get some of your concluding moments with you on the program as we're talking about the crisis in the leadership of the APC. I'd like you to just land quickly before I shoot my last question for you on the thought you were on before we went on that break.
Yeah, thank you. Like I said, when I assumed office in Kogi State, the membership were just less than 100,000. But before my re-election into office, we had grown from over less than 100,000 to over 350,000 membership in Kogi State. That is leadership style. Our leadership style made the party to continue to earn membership every now and then. And even we inherited APC minority house when I came in my first term. But before the end of the first term, we had already a clear majority. People came in to join us. That's from the legislature. And in the general elections, where we elected the House of Assembly members, we had 100% House of, which has never happened in APC before or in Kogi State before. And also, we had all over three House of, the Senate. And then, of course, we had 7 over 9 in the House of Representatives before, court upturns one. So what I'm trying to say is that our leadership style and the quality of service and keeping to our promises of each and every of the APC governors made us to be popular, made every member to be committed in paying their fees. We drive all this process in ensuring that the party becomes very strong in our various states.
Governor Bello.
So now, governors that are doing all this job will not sit down and destroy the house that we have built. Okay,
so let's get our concluding moments with you. Where does this leave the leader of your party, Bola Tinubu? Because from what we are hearing in your party is that all of this is about 2023, and perhaps he has been schemed out of arrangement of things in your party.
Thank you very much. Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a leader, a father, a founding member of this great party. He contributed immensely in making sure that the party attained the height it has attained today. He has paid his due and he's continued to pay his due. Nobody, however highly placed or lowly placed you are in the party, that will ever undermine that great leader. Nobody is undermining him. He is still a father. He's one of our national leaders. And he continued to contribute. In the whole of this misunderstanding so far, nobody has heard him making any comment for or against anybody that have different or opposing opinion. Rather, he continued to maintain and play that fatherly role. That's why you see governors, we move to his house like a little maker in Nigeria. Both APC and PDP gravitate towards him. So nobody is going to say that he's been undermined or he's going to be removed from the party and what have you. No.
So
we need him. He needs us.
Okay, so
and he will continue to be a leader of our great party.
So we're closing the program in about 60 seconds. So I wanted to help tackle these two questions in those 60 seconds. And the first one is the fact that a lot of people have said, look, after President Buhari leaves office, that your party will fall apart. Do you think so?
Surely not. They are making a great mistake. APC is getting stronger. And like I said, it's going to be proved in the next few days to come, or in the next few weeks to come, in the election of Edo State, Ondo State, Anambra State, Ekiti State, Osun State.
All right. So
now, it's unfortunate that our colleague, my brother, and my in-law, Obaseki, has left us. But as a party and a party loyal man, we have to reclaim it back.
All right.
APC, I can tell you that there are up to 10 PDP governors ready to join APC. And that will happen very soon. You're going to see that.
On a final note, Governor Bello, because, on a final note, because we're out of time, for those who have criticized your party that most of the things that you have done in the past few days are based on illegality. First, on the fact that you dissolved the NEC meeting, the NWC, and also that the president hosted the NEC meeting at the center of the council chamber, that those are not good. How do you react to that?
Mr. President doesn't work alone. Mr. President seeks every advice, including legal advice, before he acts. Mr. President does not act illegally. He does not take any act that's going to be inimical or contrary to the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Let me tell you something. Both all other opposition parties today that are occupying any government building, you see your party leaders, party members, faithfuls, who goes there for one assignment or the other. Does it mean that all those ones are equally breaching the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? No.
But Governor, the fact that at the council chamber, which is meant for governance, that's what people are saying, that is wrong. Would you conduct party affairs at your council chamber, Governor?
What happened is a national assignment. Forget about whether it is party or not. It is a national assignment. And it beholds on Mr. President to ensure that every section, if PDP desire to even go to the council chambers and hold meeting with Mr. President, he will surely receive them there. Not just APC, because he's the president of all. And he has been receiving every member of the society, irrespective of your political divide, in the council chambers to address peculiar, specific, or general issues.
Governor Yahya Bello, Governor of Kogi State, it's a pleasure having you tonight on Politics Today, and thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
Well, that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimale. Bye-bye.